Despite going to a private school, my friends and I were not the angels that one would expect. There wasn't much to do on the weekends, so we had to make our own fun. One of the things that we decided to do was to go egging. Egging is where you have a driver who's driving around and the passengers throw eggs at other cars. So one weekend, we're all at somebody's house. We decide, hey, let's go egging. So the guy who wants to drive is known as a crazy dude. Like, I'm talking the type that gets on top of cars butt naked and car surfs in the middle of a busy street going 45 miles per hour. So this guy's driving us. We're like, oh, great. So we jump in the car, take off, and commence our egging. Towards the end of the night, we come back and we rendezvous at Whataburger. We happen to see one of the dudes who we already hit, another high schooler. And one of my friends is like, oh, let's hit him again. So he gets out the window, tosses an egg, sure enough, wastes his last egg, hits square on this guy's windshield. So we're like, oh yeah, take off, turn down the street, make a left-hand turn, and we turn into some residential area, like an apartment complex area. And so we stop there for some reason. We think we've lost him. So our driver gets out, brings out this huge jar of applesauce and says, I'm going to toss this jar of applesauce in this apartment window. We're all like, dude, what's wrong with you? We know this is a serious offense. This could get us all in jail. So we're about to sketch off and run away because we don't want to be a part of this. Sure enough, this car, this black Tahoe that we hit, comes peeling out behind us. We run to get in our car. He swerves in front of us and blocks us in. So he comes out of his car, starts questioning us, cursing at us, obviously, threatens to beat us up, all the things that you would expect an older high schooler to do to a bunch of youngins. Finally, my friend, the crazy one who's driving, turns on the car, starts flooring it, and this guy's hanging on the side of the car. He goes 10, 20, 30 miles per hour. The guy jumps off, does like a roll, and comes off. We go about 35 miles per hour around these twists and turns and finally hit a light. Now at this light, keep in mind, it's red. And we have two options at the speed that we're going. We either take the turn and turn all the way and stay in the lane and flip the truck, or we take it wide, which is what this guy decides to do. He takes it wide, and lo and behold, we're on our school property. We hit one tree, about this big around, smash into it. Hit another tree, same circumference around, smash into it. Finally, hit a sign, smash into that. Car comes to a stop. It's like smoking and whatnot. We are freaking out. You can imagine all the cursing that's going on. One of my friends almost jumps out of the car. Finally, we decide to just get out of there. The driver drives off and drops us off at one of my friends' houses. And my mind is blown. I can't believe what's happened during that night. All the terrible stuff that could have happened. I mean, the amount of outcomes that could have happened, ugh. I'm just imagining if the school could have found out, we would have been immediately expelled. If the guy would have smashed in the apartment window, we would have had major lawsuits against us. And finally, if the guy in the car would have gotten run over or seriously injured, it could have been jail time for all of us. Just imagining these things makes me recognize how much God was watching over us stupid.